Federal court sentencing defendants are looking at ways to cut back. The cost-saving measures were discussed during a hearing for a man who lied about a gun purchase.
Channel 5's Valerie Gonzalez, in cooperation with the Brownsville Herald, in our studio right now. She's going to explain where the federal courts is trying to save.
It's not clear if the courts are making these cuts due to the partial government shutdown. What we can confirm is that it started last Monday. That was 5 days before the federal judiciary's funds ran out. That's according to this order. Now the court has to bear this in mind when deciding how to handle sentences. A man caught between the government and his family went before a federal judge last week. Damian Vasquez lied about purchasing a rifle that was actually for his brother-in-law. That kind of crime comes with a penalty of up to 5 years in prison. The government cut a deal with him. Help out, and we'll help you out. Vasquez agreed to wear a wire. It helped incriminate his brother-in-law. That got him a rare sentence, explains former public defender Paul Hajar.
After a person has been sentenced, there is a sentencing table that controls in the court. And depending on their place in the sentencing table, they could be eligible for bond, for a probated sentence, which usually is rare in federal court.
Vasquez received a sentence of 1 year's probation. It's what came next that caught the attention of Mark Reagan with the Brownsville Herald. He was sitting in the courtroom. Channel 5 acquired the transcript of that activity in court that day. It shows the judge and probation officer discuss the terms. The officer and judge agreed to electronic monitoring, but the judge says they were asked to consider costs. The judge said, "My understanding from an executive session on Monday is that to use the alternative to the electronic monitoring that's less expensive." They agreed to radio frequency monitoring because it was the least expensive way to follow the probationer's activities. That decision was based upon the memo received from probation. The more expensive monitoring consists of GPS, and that's recommended for those who pose a security risk to the community. Radio frequency monitoring is more cost-effective and is used to confirm a person's location in home. It normally goes into an ankle bracelet. Hajar explains only low-risk defendants could qualify for electronic monitoring. He points out, due to our location close to the border, this trade-off to save money could come at a high price.
Probation office will call and it will say that he removed the ankle. How fast do you think they can stop them from crossing?
Electronic monitoring is also more cost-effective than throwing someone in jail. Every case is different. And for Vasquez, with a family of 4 and a job to keep him grounded, the judge issued this decision for this defendant.